Man, it's tripping. Hold up.
Easy, that's all.
You ever had it where it starts, but it
Just start
starts like,
buffering.
nah, it just looks weird. It's like something with YouTube where you'll start it on horizontal, but it'll be like vertical.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they like to do that stuff. Yeah, they like to have that shit vertical.
It's still doing the same shit. Let me see. Okay, it should be good this time.
Yeah, take your time, all right?
Yep.
Shalom, shalom. You checking the volume? Shalom, shalom.
Shade. Yeah, there we go.
I'm about to move mine over too. Shalom, shalom. The volume look sounded like a little buffer, but you know, we've been dealing with demons all day today. So Lord willing, it ain't too bad. Damn, my shock's so strong. He done turned my shit where I can't even turn it. Okay, yeah, I think we good, all right?
Con. All right. Get you in.
Okay, I'll come over. I'll still.
Con. Let's get it. Hey, shalom. We back out here once again, stumping down Babylon. Before we get into anything, we're going to turn to the east and give all praise, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shad, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Those are the true names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yahweh is the Father's true name. That means He is, He exists. Yahweh Shai is the Son's true name. That means He saves, He delivers. And Rakakwadash is how you say a spirit that's holy or Holy Spirit. This is all in the ancient Hebrew, the Paleo Hebrew, which means ancient Hebrew, or the Lashawan Kodash. Lashawan equals language or tongue. Kodash means holy. All right, so the holy language. This is the language which the angels speak, the Father speak, the Son speak, which we all will speak in the kingdom, which is to come, man. Second of all, I want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the Great Millstone, also known as GMS, which rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth over 30 plus years. All right, with Elder Apostle Hart being 40 plus years. Okay, so these are men that have high integrity, men that are not going to fall out. They're not taking any type of bags, 5013Cs, or nothing of that nature. All right, third, I want to say a heavy shalom too. The Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, male-born prophets, right, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, which be their families, friends of the prophets, those that support this ministry and call upon the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, and Kakudash at the end of the day. It's your brother Yeramia and the brother Kawas, and hey, pray this be an edifying street preaching for you all. All right, whoever may come across this. I'm going to start over in Psalms, the 19th chapter. And the lesson is going to be entitled Discernment is Necessary. Where you have, what you have these days is a whole lot of, honestly, BS, man, coming out. Okay, AI, okay, mind games, scamming, all these different rates. You know, whereas regardless if it's in the people calling you or people in your emails or people in your DMs, you got bots everywhere. Okay, the internet consists of about 60% bots and you know the rest 40% humans. That's the really, if you can look that up, that's what it is. All right, so it's a warfare. Okay, that's Satan's warfare. He's coming heavily with the bots, with artificial intelligence to deceive you. Now it's not possible to deceive the elect, So the elect would not fall to all these different type of situations that's coming forth, man. You know, so we are wise men. We sit back, we observe. We're not hasting judgment. We're not hasting, um, judgment. Period. Because what you have to judge off of what? You don't judge off the appearance. You judge righteous judgment. So you give time and you think. You look at the fruits of an individual, all right, and you discern between the righteous and the wicked, between the clean and the unclean. You know, hey, if you could give me that, what's that, Ezekiel 44, 23 and 24, I believe so. Going into discernment furthermore. All right, and I'll start over here in Psalms 19, starting at the top. And this is in the NLT. The heavens proclaim the glory of Yahweh. The skies display his craftsmanship. Day after day, they continue to speak. Night after night, they make him known. Look around. Okay? Most High's favorite color is blue. Look up. It's beautiful. Okay? Everything. He could have made water red if he wanted to. He's done it. You know? He could have made water purple. He could have made water yellow. He could have did all of these things how he wanted to do it. But he did it whichever way he wanted to do it, whichever way he chose to do it. All right? He's given some of our people the spirit, and he's given a lot of our people not the spirit. He's given them wicked spirits. All right? His craftsmanship is all over. Now it's up to us to discern between the good and the evil. You got it, bro?
Yep. You said Ezekiel 43?
44.
Oh, Salaki.
24, oh no, 23 and 24.
Yeah, I got it. Ezekiel 44, verse 23 and verse 24. And they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and profane, and cause them to discern between the clean and unclean. 24th verse. And in controversy, they shall stand in judgment, and they shall judge it according to my judgments, and they shall keep my laws and my statutes and all my assemblies, and they shall hallow my Sabbaths. Fire.
Right? So we discern between the profane and the clean, the unclean, the clean, the righteous, the wicked, etc., etc. All right? We judge. We're out here to judge. We got to keep the Sabbath. We keep these things holy. We hallow the name. The name being Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shad. All right? Could you start at 24 again? Read one more time?
Yep. Ezekiel 44, verse 24. And in controversy.
Boom. That's it. In controversy. Okay? Through all these people looking at us and talking about this and calling us bummerlights, saying this and that, saying and go get a job, etc., 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 etc. Hey, I promise you, the men of Great Millstone, we the ones that's taking care of our kids.
That's right.
We the ones that's doing what we got to do, going to that extra extent to take care of our families. Because it's against the law for a man to be a deadbeat dad. You understand? So we are those guys that the world is talking about. Where are these men at? You know, y'all always saying black men this and black men that, all right? Or Latino men this, Native American men that. But we are those men that are doing the correct and proper thing, leading our households the right way. This is why the slander is coming. This is why the hate is coming. This is why all of this is hitting us, because it's called persecution. And we're supposed to feel that. But also we have to discern and tell you between a righteous individual or a wicked individual. So when we deal with an individual, we try the spirit by the spirit. Everybody ain't a scoffer. Some individuals are just honestly ignorant and they're confused and they need the scriptures broken down to them the correct way and the proper way, you know? So that's where we stand in. We stand in that gap, being prophets, to relate to them what the Father is truly saying. You know, whenever you can we go
back to that? That's heavy precept we just came out.
Yeah.
Ezekiel 44, start again from verse 20. Ezekiel 44, verse 23. And they shall teach my people the difference between the holy and the profane. And that's what we do. We teach the people the difference between the holy and profane. Call on Cesare Borgia, cheese and rice, eating swine flesh, committing adultery, believing in Esau, Edom, believing in prosperity gospel, right, is profane. What's holy is calling on the true name of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, having a dietary law, a high holy law, a moral law, a civil law. The difference between the profane, concrete is profane. It says, and cause them to discern between the clean and the unclean. That's what we do. This is true love out here, man. Yeah. You looking at true love, man. Going to war for our people, man. Being out here on the highways and the byways and the hedges and the gaps behind enemy lines. And it's not just about chewing out the white man, cussing out the white man. It's deeper than that, man. We're priests, kings, ministers, soldiers, right? Judges. It says in verse 24, and in controversy, and we have no problem with that. In controversy. This whole truth is controversy. This knowledge is controversy. To 2/3 Jake Negro, Christian Latino backsliders, man. You ain't got no problem with this being controversy to you, telling you the truth. Open rebuke is better than secret love. It says, and they shall judge it according to my judgments. And we judge between the profane and the holy and the profane through his judgments, through his ordinances, through his statutes, through his commandments, right? His instructions. It says, and they shall keep my law and my statutes and all my assemblies to the best of our ability. We rehearse righteous acts. And this is an assembly, man, of prophets, the hopeful elect men. Wherever the Israelites are is where the church is. It says, and it said, they shall hallow my Sabbath to the best of our ability. No sex on the Sabbath, man. Point blank, period, man. Yeah. You got it a lot.
The Sabbath is coming in tonight. For anybody that does not know, that may not be able to keep it, all right, and you haven't been keeping it the correct way is what I mean, okay? It comes in based upon the moon cycles, all right? So the new moon came in, you know, a couple of weeks ago.
A week ago, last
right? Week ago, yep. So it came in on that Sunday night, okay? So it's from evening to evening, all right? So, you know, certain camps such as IUIC does not teach you the correct, proper way, man, all right? So we are here to, once again, discern between the clean and the unclean. As the brother said, no sex on the Sabbath, okay? You know, do it to the best of your ability. No cooking, no, you know, but hey, if you have to cook, we understand. It's certain things that, you know, we in captivity, bro.
We rehearse righteous acts to the best of our ability.
Best of our ability.
Right, exactly. You got kids and stuff, and, you know, they too young to keep the Shabbat. But you got to eat, you know, it's ways you can get around that. But the point is that sometimes you might have to cook. You might be a chef. You know what I'm saying? You work as a cook at a restaurant. You gotta cook. Yeah. We're not in our kingdom, man. We can't keep the laws to the best of our ability, man. So we can't keep the laws 100%. So we keep it to the best of our ability. The Most High knows our heart. He knows what we're if we're being foolish about it or presumptuous with our sins. Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like he's saying, he's gonna judge your inward. So he knew that you couldn't do this, or he knew that you could have done this. All right, so at the end of the day, he's going to check you. He's going to judge your inward. All right, so back in Psalms 19, verse 2, day after day, they continue to speak. And this is in the NLT. Night after night, they make him known. That's his works. They're constantly. The sun rises, okay? It's constantly going to rise from the east, okay? And it sets in the west. It's going to do that every single day without end. Except for that one day where he made it stay up in the sky for a whole day, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that still shows his works, you know? Verse 3, they speak without a sound or word. Their voice is never heard, yet their message has gone throughout the earth, and their words to all the world. So the Most High speaks to you every single day in these type of ways, through his works. All right? Everything you're looking at is his works. We are his works, creatures, okay? You're supposed to worship the creator more than the creature. Yep. Okay, so, hey, he's using us, his creatures, to speak to you. Furthermore, his messengers, his prophets. So his works speak to you constantly. Keeping it going.
Where you at, Malak?
Psalms 19, verse 4. Yet their message has gone throughout the earth, and their words to all the world. Power has made a home in the heavens for the sun. It bursts forth like a radiant bridegroom after his wedding. It rejoices like a great athlete, eager to run the race. The sun rises at one end of the heavens and follows its current course to the other end. Nothing can hide from his heat. And I love to see it these days, man. These Edomites is talking about that sun. You know, it's burning them hotter than it's used to. You know, like, what do they call it? Global warming. Things of that nature, which it's not true. Okay, but the Most High is heating this place up. have what you call an El Nino, which is going to bring more aggressive storms that this nation hasn't seen since, I believe, 1887, something like that, you know? So almost 150 years or so, right? And that's going to make the sun heat hotter than, burn hotter than it's ever burned. And that's going to make the tornadoes, like the one that touched down with the Elder Dimash talked about, hurricanes, all right, tsunamis, typhoons, all this type of stuff. So it's going to cause what? Massive droughts. And this other place is going to cause massive flooding. And this is nothing more than end time weather, man. This is what Yahweh Shai talked to us about. Diverse weather, weather in diverse places. Volcanoes erupting. All of this stuff goes into that El Nino, which is coming place. And this is the year. This year and next year. This weather is going to be uncontrollable, man. All right? So we're here to tell you, hey, this is all through. The Most High is the God of weather. Okay? He's the God of war. He's the God of weather. Whatever you want to say. The God of time. All these little Roman Greeks. They had the God of love, the God of fertility. All these. Yahweh is all of that. He's all of that, man. Every single thing. And he has bestowed it all on Yahweh Shai to carry that on. All power has been given to him in heaven and in earth. Matthew 28 and 19. Okay, 18, 19. So keeping it going over here. Verse 7, Psalms 19 and 7. The instructions of Yahweh are perfect, reviving the soul. The decrees of Yahweh are trustworthy, making wise the simple. So it's no problem in the law. The law is no problem, man. Nothing was really changed. Really, Yahweh Shai carried out the law with him being that sacrifice, because Yahweh sent forth his own sacrifice, which is Yahweh Shai. Because men couldn't do it no more. We could not do it no more. Our people was wicked to the point where they was sinning and then bringing forth a sacrifice to cover that sin which they committed. They was like you pre-sacrifice your sins. That's how they was doing. Oh yeah, I'm about to go commit adultery. Let me get this lamb and let me slaughter it first. Or let me get it on the altar ready to slaughter for when I come back. This was the mindset of those jakes back then. How much more now? Those same souls are back. These same individuals are back. All right? With this dude, the Peganator, he most likely, I don't even think that these dudes repent, man. These dudes probably don't repent, to be honest. Right. But if they call themselves whatever, they probably do some wickedness and then they'll repent. Like Most High, I won't do it again. But you're gonna do it again because you was never serious in it. We don't sin willfully. That makes you a sinner. Okay? At the end of the day, man, it may be, it may be like, let's say you went to your auntie house. She cooked some greens. You eating these greens. Man, auntie, these greens is good. Like, yeah, babe, I just made them. And you be like, hold up, you thinking your mom, wait a minute, what you make these with? Oh, I made them with some pork. You like, smoked ham hock. You know how they get down. Yeah. So you be like, oh, I can't even eat these. I'm sorry. Yeah. What's wrong with them, baby? He said it was good. Yeah, but they ain't good for me. All right. So hey, that's you made a mistake. But then as you grow in this truth, you begin to ask, what you cook these with? Right. What you make them with? What's in this? Right. You begin to move like a wise man because you grow. You get from that baby stage, right? So you begin to read the labels on things. And that's how we grow, man. You got it?
Yep. Ephesians 4, start at verse 17. Ephesians 4, start at verse 17. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their minds. Yep. Not caring about what they eat, not caring about the law, statutes, commandments. And one of the reasons why Jake don't care about the statute, laws, commandments, nor the fear of the Most High, because this will change his life. Jake don't want to change his life. Jake want to keep eating swine's flesh, keep committing adultery, keep calling on Cesare Borgia, cheese and rice, going to church, women wearing pants, being loud, disrespectful, masculine, men being beta males. They don't want to change their life. So that's why it says that you henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, the 2/3, Israelite foreigners in the vanity of their minds, believing in Esau, believing in America, hoping things get better, celebrating Father's Day. It's Father's Day every day, man. It's Father's Day every day, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Abanawa Yahweh Bashim Yahushua every day, bro. It said, go ahead. You want to say something?
No, you got it.
Verse 18, Ephesians 4. Having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh through the ignorance, not knowing that is in them. That's the 2/3. An Israelite foreigner. An Israelite that don't know he's an Israelite.
Yeah.
He refused to lose Cesare Borgia. He refused to grow. He refused to get understanding, knowledge, comprehension, discernment.
Your 2/3 is the real aliens.
Right.
You alienated.
Right.
Which goes into you being a stranger.
Right.
Okay? You're separate from something that is pertaining to you.
Right.
This is your inheritance. You got it, bro.
Yeah. Ephesians 4, verse 18, second half. Through ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, their mind. And that spirit comes from the Most High. The Most High is blind you, Jake. Jake Eve, Keisha, Latino, backslider. The Most High blinds you, man. You got ears that are heavy. That's how I go. Or ears that are fat. Eyes that are a heart that's fat. Ears that are heavy. The Most High don't want you. You're blind for a reason. That's why we thank the Most High Yahweh every day, to water, that He has not taken the Holy Spirit away from us.
Yeah, boy.
Because man, we could turn into a 2/3 overnight.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Yeah.
Right? It's
like
go ahead.
Not to really talk about the situation, but you know, like I could have been like, I'm gonna remove myself on a petty nigga mindset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Inside, me and the brother was talking about earlier.
Yeah, right.
I could have been like that.
Right.
And then boom, Holy Spirit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you gotta handle things, handle situations as wise men. So discernment is necessary to really look at a situation from every perspective. Man, I love the movies where they show you something going on, but they show you in 5 different ways.
Right.
From all these different perspectives, man.
Right.
You know, them movies are fire to me.
Yeah.
Right? And that's how you gotta look at things. Let me look at it from this brother's point of view. All right? Let me look at it from my point of view. Let me look at it from the outside, and get down to the nitty gritty, to the facts of things. You know, because, hey, we can't be like Jake. Jake constantly, sometimes, just tunnel vision. Man, you said this to my girl or something, blah, blah, blah. You know, and your girl might have told you a false thing, like Egyptians, not Egyptians, but Joseph.
Right.
Oh, remember Joseph?
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a big misunderstanding.
That was a big, she trying to mess with him.
Yeah.
Joseph like, yo, I ain't trying to do that.
Ran through his clothes.
But she painted it a different way.
God.
So he had to endure that though.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yahweh was misunderstood.
Exactly.
You know, so that's part of it, but you 2/3 Jake, you're not misunderstood. We understand your mindset. You're alienated from the Most High through the blindness of your heart. Ephesians 4, verse 19, who, being past feeling, have given themselves over unto lasciviousness. And lasciviousness is a web of sin.
Greed, yeah.
You're like, you can't get out of it. We've been there before in a slump. You know what I mean? The only way to go is up. The best way to get out of a hole is to stop digging.
Yeah.
Right? First things first. Let me stop digging.
Yeah.
Best way to get out of a hole is to stop digging. We've been in a hole before, so we stopped digging. But Jake keep digging and digging and digging. That's a lasciviousness. They can't get out. It's a web of sin, of greed, of concupiscence.
I was watching Elder Menachezak down South Carolina. Then I was watching Elder Menachezak's lesson. He kind of lammed back off of it, but on a man's point of view. And both lessons, the common denominator was just, hey, sometimes you just gotta shut up, man. The best way to, you keep talking yourself into a deeper ditch, as the brother is saying. So it's just best to shut up when you wrong or you right, But however you take, like what is it? I think it's 1 Peter 2. Maybe you gotta suffer the godly sorrow.
Right, godly sorrow.
Along that line, So you gotta suffer it. We have to accept this persecution and suffer it, regardless if we are wrong or right. All right? Every single brother in this thing, we're gonna be persecuted and we're gonna be righteous. We did nothing wrong except preach this gospel. That's what comes with this. That's necessary. You got it, bro.
Ephesians 4, verse 19. Who being past feelings have given themselves over to lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness. Verse 20. But you have not so learned Hamashiach. You guys have refused to lose Cesare Borgia, man. So you have not learned Hamashiach. Cesare Borgia and Yahweh Shai are two different people, man. It is what it is. If so be that you have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahweh Shai, that you put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness. Point blank, period. Right? So that's a commandment, man. You got to let this mind be in you. That was also the Mashiach. Be ye transferred by the renewing of your mind. Learn discernment. Stop celebrating these holidays. It's Father's Day every day when you in this truth, man. What type of shit is that? Father's Day. It's Father's Day every day. You got it, Malak.
And ultimately, all of this goes down to you versus you. You're fighting the flesh. Okay? Because the flesh is putting those mindsets on you. The flesh wants to continue to do the Father's Day, the Mother's Day, the Christmas, you know, the Halloween, etc., etc. The flesh wants to do all these different types of sins. The flesh is jumping on you to keep the cigarettes or smoking the weed or whatever it may be. It's the flesh heavy that's weighing on you. This is 1 Peter 2 and 18. You are slaves who must submit to your masters with all respect. Do what they tell you, not only if they are kind and reasonable, but even if they are cruel. For Yahweh is pleased when conscious of his will, you patiently endure unjust treatment. We go to work, we deal with these unjust treatments. You know, however they talk to you, or even down to the payment, man. Okay? The payment is wrong. You're not supposed to get paid middle of the month, you're supposed to get paid after you do your work every single day. Okay? That's how it's supposed to be. So you have to deal with an unjust society, unjust treatment in every aspect.
Yeah, read verse 18 again.
God, verse 18, you see in the NLT. You who are slaves must submit to your masters with all respect.
Right.
Do what they tell you, not only if they are kind and reasonable, but even if they are cruel.
Right, time on Esau. We got to go check in what Esau has. Got to clock in, got to do what he say. Even though this nigga is wicked as hell, we got to pay his taxes and shit. You know, we got to deal with this image of the beast lifestyle here in America. But even the Esau, we got to be, we're going to get about gentle and put how to end it.
Not only if they are kind and reasonable, right, but even if they are cruel.
Even if they're cruel, we still got to do that, man. We still got to respect, to a certain extent, check in with this nigga, man. Deal with his shit. Because Esau lock your ass up, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to honor to a certain extent or respect Esau. He'll lock your ass up. So we swallow our pride. We widen this servant harmless as a dove. Yeah. We swallow our pride. We're gonna get our get back later. You know what they say? We're gonna play possum with this nigga. We cool. It's greater later, man. Yeah. We'll get you later, Esau, for what you did to us, man. But for right now, I'm gonna clock in. Hey, man, clean up that floor right there. Okay, whatever you say, bro. Okay, get off the corner. Pay your rent. Okay, it is what it is. Damn, bro, what's it is that?
I know.
See that shit?
Wow.
Yep. You got it a lot.
So that furthermore goes into the lesson, which discernment is necessary, where, let's say you under, such as IUIC, ISUPK, you individuals, you got to discern between if your leader is teaching the doctrine the proper way or the improper way. All right? So you don't want to be under a slothful master, a wicked master.
Yeah, but we are.
You know?
Shit. Esau was slothful, motherfucker.
You know, jumping into, this is why a lot of brothers say, you know, don't camp hop, bro. Okay, you're mixing this and mixing that and mixing this and mixing that. You saying Most High Christ blessed, then you saying Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai Barak Atah. It's not making sense. All right? You need to seek out those proper masters that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has set up, according to Jeremiah 3 and 15, masters according to his heart. You got to seek out those men. And those men are what? Great millstone, man. Point blank period. Like I said earlier, 30 plus years, it has been shown. When you come and you join something, you study the history of it, you research it, you learn. All right? Well, I see other camps, you know, they got women at camp. Why Great Millstone don't got women at camp? It's a reason for that.
They told us why.
Okay? Why are things ran how it's ran? With this type of chain of command, elders and regions, heads, and things of that nature. It's a reason for all of that. So you learn what you are a part of, man. All right? This is why we laugh at a lot of you Masons, because y'all think that y'all in some type of knowledge. But you don't know what you're a part of, honestly. You don't know how deep it goes. You sitting here, a Mason sitting here talking about he loves God, but your whole organization is designed against him. It's a satanic organization if you go into the depths of it.
Yeah.
If you truly understand what's going on.
Yeah.
But you don't. So furthermore, for power is pleased when conscious of his will, you patiently endure.
Right.
That's this whole time frame that we in. We in punishment.
Yeah.
You in punishment trying to lash out and I ain't gonna stand in the corner no more. Fuck this. Well, you gonna leave and what? Pop's gonna catch your ass and beat you some more, and he gonna throw your ass back in punishment. You understand? Well, I'm over here, I'm taking it. I'm like, I don't think you should do that. You know, and now I hear your ass in the background getting beat. That's us, Revelation 15 chapter. Looking at everybody burn up. We told y'all to just stay in punishment with us, man, and endure. But you thought different. You thought different about it. Did it cut off? Are you good? Okay. All right, so patiently endure unjust treatment. Of course, you got no credit for being patient. You get no credit for being patient. Of course, you get no credit for being patient if you are beaten for doing wrong. But if you suffer for doing good and endure it patiently, Yahweh is pleased with you. So the Most High is pleased with us undergoing this persecution. Because we're doing it all to glorify him. We're doing it all to, you know, reverence and honor his name. To reverence and honor the doctrine. The lessons that he has given us. Going back to that Psalms 19. All right? His laws are perfect. We are with an individual that's perfect. He doesn't make no mistakes.
Right.
You know, you should have no fear in that. He don't make no mistakes. So that means if he put you in this situation, it's for a purpose. It ain't no mistake in it. This is the thing, how most individuals fall out. You begin to doubt Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Well, maybe he forgot. Maybe he ain't coming back. Maybe he forgot that I'm here. No, he knows you're here, man. Okay? That's the thing. I can't wait for those everlasting bodies because we're going to have minds. How we talked about, we're going to be able to remember all of your features, their names, their attributes, their characteristics. Minds where you won't forget anything. Okay? You won't have to eat. Like I eat avocado and black pepper and turmeric to work on the mind. Blueberries, these things help the mind, but still I forget shit. Okay? You know, that's furthermore because this food is defiled and all of that.
Right.
We're gonna have minds to you know, move like that. And it was better in the ancient world when they read and they retained more information because the food wasn't defiled as such. You know? So keeping it going, I got a little bit more in this. For power calls you to do good.
Right. What verse you at?
21.
Okay, go ahead.
Even if it means suffering. Just as Hamashiach suffered. For you, he is your example, and you must follow in his steps.
That's right.
So every single man, hey, the women too of Yashar, all right? The entire remnant, you must suffer persecution. But we're suffering it because we're doing good, we're doing right, we're doing what we're supposed to do. You 2/3, you still got to suffer persecution. But you're not doing good. You're getting beat because you was wrong, honestly. All right? So you don't have really no reward coming at the end of that. We have a reward for everything that we're undergoing, you know? But hey, Isaiah 45:17, all Israel is saved in the everlasting salvation. So ultimately, after those individuals that left the corner thinking they knew better than Pops, and your ass is getting beat, ultimately Pops put you back in the corner, burning you in them ICBM missiles, in that lake of fire, and then ultimately he's going to allow you to come out of the corner. And that punishment is going to be enough for you, and you're gonna get back with us, and you're going to be good, man. You know? You got it, bro.
Hey, can you finish that out, Papa, for sure?
Oh, can I
go to verse 25.
Verse 22. He never sinned, nor ever deceived anyone.
Right.
Right? Bringing me to the mindset of Samuel when he stood up in front of the congregation saying, Did I rob any of y'all? Did I manipulate any of y'all? Okay? We should be able to stand like that as blameless men, perfect men, doing this. Hey, any cash apps on our bios?
Nope.
Any Venmo, Zelle? Am I over here behind the scenes asking brothers for this and that and this and that? No. Am I manipulating brothers? No. All right? Keeping it going.
Yep.
Verse 23. He did not retaliate when he was insulted.
Right. That's Yahweh. We're talking about Yahweh now. So if he had to go through humiliation and be subject to Esau to a certain extent, remember he said, Lord, do you pay taxes or whatever? He's like,
oh, yeah.
I render Caesar what
it's Caesar.
Yeah. So he was subject to Esau to a certain extent. How much more us? You 2/3 Jake, Negro, Christian, alien, Gentile, Israelite, foreigners. You know, you rather be subject to Esau more than the Most High. How you expect to be subject to the Most High, but you're not subject to Esau? Nah, brother. Forget the white man. Okay, yeah, I get that, but you don't even honor the Most High. I wish I had to deal with society, man. We got to deal with society these last days. So we're talking about Yahweh Shai now. Go ahead, Malak.
He did not retaliate when he was insulted.
Right.
Nor threatened revenge when he suffered.
Right.
He left his case in the hands of Yahweh, who always judges fairly.
Right.
And Yahweh is in the habitation of justice, man. Right. So we trust and believe. Once again, he's perfect. He makes no mistakes.
Right.
So if you get your ass beat, he ordained it to happen.
Right.
So you got to consider when you get your ass beat, it's not a mistake.
Right.
You know, most individuals don't want to consider that.
Right.
But the Most High is putting you through it.
Yep.
He personally carried our sins in his body on the cross so that we can be dead to sin and live for what is right. By his wounds, you are healed. Once you were like sheep who wandered away, but now you have turned to your shepherd, the guardian of your souls.
Right.
That's it right there. That's
okay.
25.
Yep. All right, I got one. Go back here. Romans 13. Start from the top. I'm gonna go to verse 4. Romans 13, verse 1. Let every soul be subject to the higher powers. For there is no power but of Yahweh. So even in the heavens, there is no power but what the Most High gave Yahweh Shai, as well here on earth. So you gotta respect the Most High, the host of heaven and earth. The Most High got armies of heaven and armies of earth, powers in heaven and powers on earth. Yeah. And right now, unfortunately, we're under the power of this damn devil, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. It says, for there is no power but of Yahweh. Powers that be ordained of Yahweh. Like you said, so if you get your ass whooped by the power of Esau, it was ordained. Yeah. Verse 2, whosoever therefore resists the power, you know, you want to rob, steal, put your baby in a car, and the baby gets shot, because you got the baby in your lap, and you going head on toward Esau, you're resisting the powers that the Most High put in place, right? It says, whosoever therefore resists the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh. Why you think to a certain extent we respect Esau, man? We clock in when he say clock in. We pay the rent and the bills when he said. The police tell you to do something, we do it. Because it says, whosoever therefore resists the power, resist the ordinance of Yahweh. You want to say something?
Yeah, man, in the world, man. I've been pulled over like 4 or 5 times, you know, never had an issue. Hey, I put on that white voice. How you doing, officer? You know what I'm saying? But I always had fear in that sense and always carry myself like, hey, 10 and 2. You know, right. Registration right here, listening to them. Because being from the South, you already know how these crackers getting down. Okay, so I already know he wants a reason to kill me. Okay, so I'm not about to talk to him crazy like you see an Edomite. What the fuck? I wasn't speeding. Like they be talking to him like, you know, Esau talked to. I'm like, damn, bro. How you talk to him like that? You know, Esau like, because this is their kingdom, this is their rulership, so they don't have that type of fear on them, man.
Right.
You know? We know this devil. He want to take us. I saw, man, a video the other day. They was chasing this Edomite. He hit one of the cops. He hit another cop. Then ran away. And they didn't shoot him.
They chased him.
They didn't even tase him.
Nothing. They just chased him. Esau chased each other.
Yeah, they chased each other.
Jake trying to run.
Pop.
But they shoot.
Yeah.
Yep. Romans 13 verse.
Hey, what is that? They are not in trouble like other men.
Psalm 73.
Yeah, they're not in trouble like other men. You know, just to put a precept in there.
Yep.
That's
Psalm
it. 73. That's the point. You got it.
Yep. Romans 13 verse 2. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of Yahweh, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation, death, a life sentence, you know, handicapped, paralyzed, evicted, right? Verse 3, Romans 13.
Or like you just stated, coming back, getting shot at one. You know, that's a sentence to him. And that sentence was given to him in the heavens. He had to come down here and serve that. Right? That was a sentence that was given to that individual. We don't look at people like babies and, you know, hey, Ezekiel 9 chapter, you know, verse 6 going down will let you know the Most High is going to judge old, young, women, maids, right? Whatever. Right? So he ain't looking at you like no baby. He's looking at your soul. He's looking at your inward. And he knows the sentence and the punishment that's on you at this point in time. You got it out.
Yep. Romans 13 verse 3. For rulers are not a terror to good works. Listen good, but to evil. Jake, Kisha Latino, wake up to that, man. It says, matter of fact, get that when you done drinking that. Get that in the NLT, Romans 13 and 3 when you get a chance. Will you then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good. We're wise as serpents, as harmless as doves. We obey the law, driver's license, insurance, rent paying, you know, working, paying taxes. We don't steal. You know, let's read that again. It says, will you not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and you shall have praise of the same. Verse 4, for he is the minister of Yahweh to thee for good. Right? You know, he at this moment, the power that Esau got, he's allowing you to have a place to live. You're living in Esau's apartment, Esau's house.
It's not your house.
Right.
Like, I pay mortgage, but he can come take that shit if he wants
to. Bro,
to.
that's his house.
What can I do?
I was watching the Boondocks one day. You know, the grandfather, right?
Yeah.
Remember the rich white man?
Yeah. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Right. Remember his son was played by, his grandson was played by Charlie Murphy. Yeah. Right? So anyway, so the father, the rich-ass grandfather, right? Super rich. He came and knocked on Grandpa's door on the Boondocks and said, how you do? He said, he opened the door. He said, what can I do for you? He said, well, I'm the man that owns the bank that owns your house.
Yeah.
Right. He said, I'm the man that owns the bank that owns your house. He said, well, come on in your house then. He said, I'm the man that owns the bank that owns your house.
Hey, it's gems and Boondocks.
Damn.
If they was today, they'd get canceled, man. I'm saying that shit up. They'd be done.
Man, Esau's a motherfucker, excuse my French. I'm the man that owns the bank that owns your house. So let's read it again. Romans 13, verse 4. For he is the minister of Yahweh to thee for good. He's allowing you to live in that house, to go to work, get a job, be free, Jake. You're free. You ain't getting whipped no more, to a certain extent, right? It says, but if you do that which is evil, be afraid, for he, Esau Edom, beareth not the sword in vain. He will shoot your ass down like a dog, put you out, you and your newborn baby, fire your ass, knowing you got all kind of bills due. Yeah. For he is the minister of Yahweh. Ouch. We got to swallow that. Esau in his rulership right now is the minister of Yahweh, right? Listen, a revenger, on the left-hand side minister, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. That's you, Jake. Jake, Kisha Latino backslider. You do evil, so that minister of Yahweh, the revenger to execute to you that do evil. Want to know why your ass is shot up, paralyzed, unemployed, homeless? Because you don't respect the powers that be, that the Most High ordained, man. The rules and statutes, commandments in this wicked, carnal, sinful world we gotta follow along with, unfortunately, right? Shit. You got the NLT, Romans 13 and
Romans
2.
13 and 2, 3.
Yep, 2 and NLT.
And it reads in the NLT, so anyone who rebels against authority is rebelling against what Yahweh has instituted.
See?
And they will be punished. For the authorities do not strike fear in people who are doing right.
Right.
But in those who are doing wrong.
You see? That's why we don't worry about Esau, man. We pay our bills, we got our license, got our shit on point. You know, yes sir, no sir, 10 and 2. You know what I'm saying? No problem, officer. How you doing? Have a great day. Your rent's due. Okay, I'll pay you right now. Your bill is due. I'll pay you right now. Yeah. Whatever. I don't want no problems, man, because we got an excellent rulership. This is not the time to get carnal. You got it, Malak.
Keeping it going on that, would you like to live without fear of the authorities? Do what is right, and they will honor you. The authorities are Yahweh's servants, sent for your good. But if you are doing wrong, of course you should be afraid, for they have the power to punish you. They are power servants, sent for the very purpose of punishing those who do what is wrong. Right? And that's killer, because you look at you women that want to live without the authority, you want to live without laws. Okay? You're not following the divine law which is set up, which a man is ruling over you. So the Most High is going to give you the opportunity to live without laws, to live without authority, because you forever rejected the authority that was established over you, which is that man that Yahweh Shai is dealing with. All right? That goes furthermore to you men, because you are a woman in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You are married to them. Okay? So you have to obey them. That's your authority figure. But you're going against what they have set up in their household. You know, you come home, your woman tripping, doing all of this. You know, you tell her do this and do that, but she don't ever do nothing that you say in your household. Is that going to continue? No. You got to cut off dead weight. That's what 2/3 is. Dead weight. They could not get with the authority. They could not get with the ordinances that the Most High has established, man. All right?
You got one?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to go back to that Psalms 19.
Okay, come. Well, let me back you up real quick.
Bring it out.
Psalms 12, verse 6 through 8. The book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 6 through 8. The words of the Lord Yahweh are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. And you got to believe that. Now, where you at in Psalms 19?
I'm down at 7.
Okay, that's going to back that up. Verse 7. Let me read it again. Psalms 12, verse 6. The words of the Lord Yahweh are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. You shall keep them, O Yahweh, you shall preserve them from this generation forever. The wicked walk on every side, when the vilest men are exalted. So it is what these words are true. Obey the law, man, to the best of your ability. Have discernment, wisdom, understanding, comprehension in these last days, man. And Psalms 19, verse 7 is about to back that up.
Yes, sir. All right, the instructions of Yahweh are perfect.
Right, we just said the words are pure, right? As silver is tried in a furnace, purified 7 times. You got to believe that, man. Do what the book say, man. You do what that text message say, that 3-day notice, that email, you do what that say. But you don't want to do these words that are pure, purified 7 times. And what it say, verse 7, what it say? The words,
the instructions of Yahweh are perfect.
These instructions are perfect. complete.
Yeah, man. But you would do what an imperfect being say, like you saying. You would do what that woman say.
Right.
I'm off work, come over. You know, come over. Boom, boom, boom. You ain't did a lesson all day.
Right.
Last couple of days.
Right.
But she called. Oh, you over there like a little simp.
With.
You know, yeah, with the quickness.
Catch the bus over there. Shit. To get there.
Jake loved the imperfect more than the perfect. Don't you know the Most High establishes sets up riches? He can give you women. He can give you wealth. He can give you materials. He can give you all of this type of stuff. All right? We're going to get 100-fold all of this, man, in the kingdom. Why would you want it right now? When it's not necessary. This is not your rest. Okay? Like we said, you can have a house. You can have cars. Esau come take that shit just like that. Okay? You know? So, we don't give a fuck about these materials, man. We care about if we are correct in the eyes of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Don't give a fuck about no white man and these motherfucking stupid credit scores and shit like that. Now we move in wisdom, you know, to set up. We gotta. That's going back to what you just read in Romans the 13th chapter. Yeah. We have to obey these laws, and if you got bills and things, you got to try to make these payments. All right, even though it's unfair, because the usury on all of this shit, bro. Come on, man. You know. Oh yeah. We're charging 20% interest. All this, you end up paying 3 times whatever it is for whatever you got.
70-month payments.
Man.
70 months, 30-year mortgages.
No, Trump coming out with 50-year mortgages now. He said, yeah, we're going to come out with a 50-year mortgage. This shit is...
Bro, you can pay for that house twice.
Yes.
They still can take it from you.
This place is, man.
I'm the man that owns the bank that owns your house.
God. So the instructions of Yahweh are perfect. Reviving the soul.
Right.
He quickens us.
Right.
Bringing you back to life through these instructions.
Right.
And you Christians, or whoever, man, all right, you want to say that the law is done away. The instructions are perfect.
Right.
So how is it going to be done away with? It's perfect, motherfucker.
Yep.
Damn, man.
God.
I'm tired of this place, bro.
Man.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
You walking away from perfect.
Purified 7 times.
What you going to find better than perfect?
Shit.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's like, you Israelites are on a whole phase right now. I got a sample. Nigga, what you had was perfect, though.
God.
It was perfectly molded to you, man.
Yep.
What you had was perfect, but you got to go out. I don't know what's out there.
Right.
Your dumb ass, man.
Yeah,
you have the same mindset of these women, man.
Yeah, thinking too much.
That's why I say, hey, you send your girl to college, she going there to be a hoe.
God.
She's going there to learn how to be a whore.
That's right.
I saw this thing on TikTok. This girl said, we need to break up for a year so I can experience college.
I bet.
We know what you want to experience.
I bet.
You can go experience that shit on the track.
God. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep. See, Jake is afraid of these words because these words will change their life. We've accepted the fact that you 2/3 Jake, Negro, Christian, Latino, 2/3 Gentile, Israelite foreigners, Israelites that don't know they're Israelites. You're afraid of this knowledge is true because it will change your life.
2/3 you in your whole phase, man. Man, that's a lesson. I gotta do that.
Yeah,
you in your whole phase right now.
Right.
You still playing the whore that we once played.
Right.
Constantly.
They don't want to stop. They don't want to be ladylike, feminine, docile, quiet, in order. Jake want to be an asshole, man. They like being an asshole. It is easy to be an asshole. It's hard to a certain extent to be a prophet, a judge, a ruler, to be a disciple of Yahweh Shah. This ain't easy, man.
That's crazy. In their mindset, it's hard to be with one thing.
Right, exactly.
It's hard to be committed.
That's what I'm saying.
It's hard to be with one man.
Right.
You've been so used to being with multiple men that you get with one dude.
Right.
This is boring.
Right. Right.
It's you for the streets.
Right. Just like this too. They say it's boring. Hit the highway the Bible week in and week out. Yes. Doing video study and reading. Yes. Oh man, I want to. See, you're thinking too much. You're thinking too much. See, be circumspect. Right. Let me back that up real quick.
And it's not boring to us because he molds and he puts the spirit into us. Well, we love coming out here, man. I couldn't wait.
Bro, get excited, man, about the truth, man. Isaiah 33, verse 14. Isaiah 33, verse 14. The sinners in Zion, right, are afraid, man. That's why they don't want to hear that. They're not, what verse 7 say? The words are pure,
Perfect.
are perfect. That's not enough for Jake, though. Why? Because they're afraid of these perfect words. They want more, man.
You're terrified of righteousness.
Right.
You don't want to be right because you've been so much stuck in wickedness that when you see righteous men appear before you, you get terrified. Right. Well, they're going to correct me. They're going to rebuke me. They're going to put me on the right path. I don't want to do that.
Right.
What? You don't want to go the right way? You want to go through the thorns and the bushes and all of this and get scraped up and broke up? You want to get all that? Come on, man. Yep. Or you want to go through the nice stuff, the desires of your flesh that's looking good to you, man. All right? Hansel and Gretel, man. Y'all in the house right now eating everything. Hansel and Gretel, you forgot that you trapped because the witch is all over you. And she got you growing fat. And she about to cook. She cooking you right now.
Yep.
You can't even realize it's a trap. You got it, my bad.
No, you got it. You're in the spirit. We have accepted the fact that somebody got to be a 2/3. It is what it is. And we know why you're a 2/3. One, the Most High blinded you from this knowledge of this truth. And number two, you're afraid. You're afraid to change your life. You're afraid to get right. You're the ultimate can't get right. That's why it says Isaiah 33 and 14, they're the ultimate get right? I mean, the ultimate can't get right. They're the ultimate can't get right. Jake and Keisha Latino, the sinners of Zion. Isaiah 33 and 14. The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness has surprised the hypocrite. A hypocrite is two-faced.
Yes.
You're two-faced, man. Jake, Keisha, Latino, backsliding Christian, LGBTQIAP, you're a hypocrite, man. You're a two-faced, man. You got two sides to you, man. Back in the day, we called you two-faced.
Yeah. 1
minute you this way, next minute you this way. Like Brewski did that skit about Muslims. You know, yeah, man, put extra pork in that rice.
Yeah.
And then, brother, I was saying this place needs to be, I forgot, the point is that 1 minute I don't eat swine's flesh, but the next minute you got a pork rib in your mouth.
Yeah.
You're two-faced. 1 minute, Yahweh, baby, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh. Next minute, man, Lord Jesus, help me. Yeah. Which one is it?
The Muslims hella hypocritical.
Right?
You would do all this other shit, but when it comes to eating pork, nah. But
right.
you would kill,
right.
You would steal, you would rob, you would commit adultery, you do
right.
all the shit
right.
that the Quran speaks against. But when it comes to eating, I don't eat the swine. Bro.
Right.
But I kill niggas, I rape niggas,
they save their face.
I said, yeah, they do everything else.
We're phallic symbols.
But when it come down, I don't eat the swine, brother. Come on, man, get off that. Hey, man, the inward. All right, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh is judging the inward. All that outward appearance, you niggas is outward appearance in people, bro. And it's a lot of Israelites like that too. You just Israelite on the outside.
Right.
That's why the phylacteries.
Right.
It's the same mindset of these Pharisees.
Right.
They got the same mindset. All right, give me my purple and gold shirt. You know, my t-shirt fringes, bro.
I'm a captain now.
You know, captain. I'm a general. Captain. I'm going on this post. I'm going on this podcast. I'm defending the gospel. That's what we're supposed to do. That ain't how Yahweh Shah said to do it. He said, hit the streets, highways and byways. You took the orders of the Lord and you twisted it to fit your desires of your fucking flesh.
That's right.
You niggas is weak for some fame. All that shit is you doing just to show that you lame. With Saudnetta and man, destroying your ass, man.
God.
You niggas don't understand this truth, man, because you left the men that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah ordained for you to be under.
Right.
He gave you that knowledge right there, that living water, and you threw it away, and you went and got a plastic water bottle, man. Now you got all that damn plastic in your mind. That's what you get when you go to ISUPK. That's how them dudes is moving. They don't have understanding. Still calling on Christ. But you Israelites, though, what?
Right, hypocrite, two-faced.
Talking about Moses fell out of the truth. These words have consequences, bro. Right. You gonna have to answer for that. King Masha gonna get you niggas, bro.
Yeah.
He gonna bring Elijah back. He's bringing He's bringing these individuals back.
Yes.
And they're gonna have, man.
Isaiah 33:14, second half. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire. These hypocrites, you 2/3 Jack Negro Christians that refuse to get the discernment, that refuse to lose Cesare Borgia, refuse to lose Babylon the Great. You're going to be devoured by who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire.
They firewood.
Right.
That's what they is.
That's right. Somebody got to be firewood. It says, who among us shall dwell with everlasting burnings? An everlasting burning, man.
And
until you come through our loins.
We have the fear in us, because we're not saying that we chose it, but we got enough fear in us to do this thing the proper way, in the correct way, because we fear Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. And we wake up every single day with that same fear, and we grow in fear because we are terrified, man. I did a fire yesterday in the backyard. I got a little fire pit that I made, but I know that fire was probably like 100 and something, and I was like, that shit was hot. And I was thinking to myself, I said, man, Yahweh is mad. Bro. Because this fire right here, I'm standing right here, it's like right there. And I don't even want to stand right there. I'm sweating. You know, I'm sitting here sweating. And this is a little average little fire that I made off of some damn pallets that I broke up. You understand? And the Most High is coming, 4,000 Celsius. All right, millions of degrees up there in that type of range, which he's going to burn you with. And he's going to make you feel it. Death after pain, 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, man. Yeah. He's going to make you feel it. Yeah. So you know how angry he is? We are terrified, man. We scared.
You walk in fear.
And that pushes us to wisdom. That pushes us to understanding. Getting back to the Psalms 19 and 8. The commandments, let's read 7 again. The instructions of Yahweh are perfect and reviving the soul. So we are once again quickened, made alive, walking in our new man. We are revived. We are standing upon our feet. Revelations the 11th chapter, right? We the only ones with life in us. All y'all people think y'all living, but none of y'all are living. All of y'all are dead. We the only ones that got life, because we the only ones that know what's going on, man. The decrees of Yahweh are trustworthy. We can trust in him. You can't trust in man. Okay? You know, at the end of the day, you can't trust in man. Trump said he was going to give us all $2,000 stimulus. This year, he came out and said, I never said that. He on tape saying it, though. You can't trust in man. And you want to trust in this devil? For you people, truly, you want to trust in this devil? And he's over here making lies about these little things? All right? Talking about he wasn't going to, with the Mexicans for Trump, he said he wasn't going to persecute any legal immigrants. But he did. So once again, he lied to you. Now, you feeling just how you felt. You went down to Egypt, seeking asylum, and he brought you in, and then he killed you. Okay? You can't trust your enemy, man. Sirach 12 and 10. Furthermore, the decrees of Yahweh are trustworthy. This is the habitation of justice. This is who we can trust. The commandments of Yahweh are right, bringing joy to the heart. The commands of Yahweh are clear, giving insight for living. Reverence for Yahweh is pure, lasting forever. The laws of Yahweh are true. Each one is fair. They are more desirable than gold. So you should desire the laws, commandments, and statutes. You should desire this truth. You should desire this instruction that's going to bring you to life. Those that hate Yahweh love death. All right?
Look at that. Road rage.
Oh, yeah, he on his ass.
Yeah, that's road rage. They're cutting each other off. It started right here. And they're caught up in his crop. Oh, my goodness, a demon out, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, bro.
That's these Egyptians, man. Yeah, these Egyptians they don't got the laws, commandments, and statutes. All right? They're the dead. Revelations 11 and 18. So they don't live with a standard of compassion, of mercy, of consideration, of sincerity, of integrity. They don't care about one another, man. All right? At the end of the day. You know, like for somebody to cut somebody off, you know, we have to live among these demons, especially when you're driving on these roadways and stuff. Okay? Everybody doesn't have the same standard of you where they put their blinker on. I see many times individuals just get over. They don't give a fuck. I'm like, man, how could you drive like that, bro? You know, but it comes back to they don't have the standard that we have, which brings us to life. Jake is a very considerate and compassionate creature. All right? Keeping it going. And furthermore on that, this is why you got to rouse that lion up, Judah.
Right, yeah.
Because Jake is considerate and compassionate. They're holding it back from not beating your ass. This is what Jake is doing right now. With all the shit that you did, you know, these other nations are mad as hell, but Judah is still like, you know, but you got them partying and bullshitting and all of this. But they're getting to the point where they're about to lose that compassion and they're about to start burning shit down, and I mean everywhere. Because enough is enough. That's what the tribes are going to eventually say. Okay? So keeping it going, the laws of Yahweh are true, each one is fair. They are more desirable than gold, even the finest gold. They are sweeter than honey, even honey dripping from the comb. So how could the laws be done away with? This is the best thing that you can get. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah is the word, so therefore he is the law. He is all of that we are speaking about. He's the word made flesh, John 1:14. Okay? So you're trying to put any other word away. What's that, Deuteronomy 4:2? All right? You can't take any of this away. Diminish any of it. Or also Revelations, is that 22 at the end? Any man that takes this out, I will take this away from him, basically. So none of this can be took away, man. It's all perfect. Once again, we're dealing with a perfect being. All right?
Yeah, right here.
Bring it, yep.
You got what you quoted. Revelation 22, verse 19. Well, start verse 18. Revelation 22, start at verse 18. For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man should add unto these things, Yahweh shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, Yahweh shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in the book. He which testified these things saith, surely I come quickly. Amen. Even so come, Lord Yahweh Shah Mashiach.
God. So teach what has been taught, the apostles' doctrine. All we doing is bringing out the doctrine that was given to us, 2,000 years ago. That's all we doing is bringing out that same doctrine.
Right.
That Yahweh Shah brought out to the apostles.
Right.
Okay, to also the 70 men which he sent out.
Right.
Okay? Everybody that he made a teacher, he taught them this, the proper and correct way. We got these individuals such as Tazariah or whoever it be, man, changing the doctrine. All right? Manipulating the doctrine for their fleshly desires. Therefore, that fits unto you. You're taking from the word. You're twisting. The scripture says, curse be a man that twists or that basically changed the word. That's in Jeremiah 48:10, I believe. You're changing it. You're manipulating it. You're turning it away. So therefore, you're cursed. Keeping it going. You got it.
What's it about honey? It was something about honey.
Oh, yeah. This, they are more desirable than gold, the laws. Even the finest gold, they are sweeter than honey. Even honey dripping from the comb.
Right. I'm going to back that up. That's Psalms 19 what?
That's 10.
Psalms 19 and 10 led me to Psalms 119, verse 103. How sweet are thy words unto my taste. Yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. And there's nothing more sweet on planet Earth than honey.
Yeah.
So the scriptures, go ahead, Malak.
Oh, you got it. Now finish that.
This law, this truth, this ordinances, this discernment, these precepts, these prophecies is more sweeter than honey, which is the sweetest thing on earth. That's amazing, man. That's good to know.
And guess what? It don't expire. Yahweh Shah don't expire, buddy.
Okay? That's right. Right.
It's with us, man.
Just like honey doesn't expire.
Just like honey. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It don't expire. And honey, man, at my house, hey, you get a scrape, you get a cut, hey, put some honey on that shit.
Wait.
My daughter, it's to my point, my daughter too, but she know. She go to my wife, I need honey. She get a scrape, I need honey.
That's right.
We put honey on everything,
right.
man.
That's right.
Because it's all them antimicrobial, antibacterial, everything, bro. All right, you put some honey in your tea. You eat some honey before you go to bed. Honey, man. Okay? So going back to Yahweh Shai, it doesn't expire. Okay? And it's one of the best things you can get. Period, point blank. And that's how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai made it for us, man. Okay? But too much of it, that's why we have a balance. Okay? You gotta have a balance in this truth. You don't be over righteous. You know? As the scriptures say. So yeah, I may do 2 lessons a day, but then I'm also gonna take some time to spend with the family, because a woman is a gift to the Lord, from the Lord, and then as the scriptures say, you have to spend time, you have to dwell with her. You know, 1 Corinthians the 7th chapter, basically, right? So that's why at this point in time, I'm not trying to build up a roster of women in that sense, because my priority is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. The more you get more women, the more you have to divide your time, all right? Because you got to fulfill your duty of marriage, as it states in Exodus 21 and 10 and 11. You got to fulfill that duty of marriage, so you got to take care of these women, all right? You got to provide raiment, food, clothing, and intercourse, okay? You have to fulfill these things. You can't be like, oh, I don't want to mess with my first wife because she be tripping. I'm going to just mess. No, you can't do that. The law is there to prevent that. So you can't just deal with the second wife and not deal with your first. But you had individuals constantly doing that. They put away their wife, and then they just deal with their second. And they get tired of her because she pissed them off some kind of way. They put her away, and they deal with the third. You manipulating the law, man. All right? IUIC is a main culprit of doing that, where they'll tell a woman, hey, your man has 6 months to get to the truth. This came out their mouth. All right? If he don't come to the truth in 6 months, you got to leave him. And then you get with a brother in the IUIC. This is what them niggas be preaching, man. All right? This is how a lot of them got their wives. By manipulating. Man, that's adultery, man. If she is pleased to dwell with him, he is pleased to dwell with her. Regardless if they in the truth or not. You still dwell. When I came into the truth, my wife wasn't in the truth. I had to teach her and train her and things. I ain't force it on her like that. You let time work. You let Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai work. You don't leave somebody just because. Was I pleased to dwell? You're pleased to dwell. This is what the scriptures say. So fuck what you men say. Alright? Discernment is necessary. You like, man, I'm gonna leave her, man, because she don't, you know, but you pleased to dwell with her. Is she listening to you still? Is she, well, give her some time. Damn. IUIC out here ruining marriages, bro.
God.
That's wicked.
God.
I get a little bit. Oh, you got it.
Let me back you up. I'm going to finish that out. Psalms 119, verse 103. Once again, Psalms 119, verse 103. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Verse 104. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way. See? Right? And then one more, real quick. Isaiah 11, start from the top. I'm going to go to verse 4 quickly. Isaiah 11, verse 1 through 4. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. Yahweh Shai, right? Yeah. And the spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall rest upon him. The spirit of wisdom and understanding. Through thy words I get understanding. Through thy precepts I get understanding. Yeah. This is where our understanding is, our comprehension. Real quick, you got the Apocrypha.
Yeah, I got it on my phone.
You got it, Richard, real quick.
Yeah, what you want?
Go to Sirach 1, verse 21. Isaiah 11, when you get it, let me know. Isaiah 11, verse 2. And the spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall rest upon, we get that. Where you at?
Sirach 1 and 21, also known as Ecclesiastes, because the fear of Yahweh driveth away sins.
Right, so fear, loving thy precepts, Ecclesiastes 12, where it says the command, the whole duty, the whole commandment, the whole duty of man is the fear of the Lord. Right, and keep his commandments. Okay, his commandments is his ordinances, his laws, his statutes, his precepts. Through thy precepts we get understanding. His precepts, his law, his understanding, his fear is sweeter than honey to our mouth. But when you have fear, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, comprehension, this is what will happen to you. Read that again, Malak. Sirach 1 verse 21.
The fear of Yahweh driveth away sin.
Don't we want sins driven away from us in this wicked, carnal, sinful, evil world? Yes, we do. So therefore, walk in fear of the Most High. See, you don't fear the Most High. You fear the police. You fear your boss. You fear your landlord. But you don't fear the power of the universe.
Yeah.
No deliverance for you. No salvation for you. You got him a lot. Go ahead.
And where it is present, it turneth away wrath.
And where the fear of the Most High Yahweh is present, it drives away wrath. And we need that driven away from us in this carnal, simple, evil world ran by Esau and the so-called white man. Point blank, period.
Hey, to land back on that, like I was saying, in the world, got pulled over. Now, in the truth, I think I got pulled over maybe once or twice. Now, I don't feel that fear no more of these crackers doing anything to me because I know what's really happening. I know that Yahweh and Yahweh Shah is controlling this man to pull me over.
Right.
He's controlling this man and what he says and what he does to me.
Right.
So the will of the Most High, let it be.
Right.
When I pray, I say, hey, let your will be done.
Right.
Not my will,
right.
Not what I want, but whatever you want for my life.
That's right.
Let that happen. All right? You know, hey, I don't want to go through this, but you putting me through this, that's your will. I guess you want me to go through it. So I let it be done.
Right.
You know? So that's how we got to move, man. We can't let the flesh hold us back. The flesh don't want to do those extra 10 push-ups. The flesh don't want to run that extra mile. You know what I'm saying? But the spirit is willing. Yahweh Shah was telling us that. You got it, bro?
Yep. Isaiah 11, verse 2. And the spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall rest upon him that fear the Lord. Right? Love his statutes and commandments and ordinances, his precepts, who love it, desire it, seek for it, knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open. The spirit of wisdom and understanding. The spirit of counsel and might. That's what the Most High put on us, man. The men of great millstone, the men of like doctrine, the hopeful elect men that are left on planet Earth. He has given us the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord Yahweh. There's that word again. We're back to that. You gotta fear the Most High. Like you like I said, you fear your boss, your landlord, your spouse. But you don't fear the Most High. It says, verse.
And should I add, counsel and might before you get away from it. We are the counsel, man.
Right.
He's sending us forth. You want to know, what do I need to think about this war? What do I need to think about the ceasefire? We do lessons on it constantly.
Right.
The Most High is giving you out counsel. He's letting you know what his men are saying, what he's saying through his men. He's letting you know the correct and proper way, man. So the counsel is being given out. Listen, we telling you, man, I did a camp maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Ain't no ceasefire. And guess what? Ain't no ceasefire. The Straits of Hormuz have been closed again. Israel fucking up again. They about to get back into it again. Talking about peace treaty here, peace. Ain't no ceasefire. That's coming from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. Right. You got it.
That's right. Isaiah 11, verse 3. I'm going to go to verse 4. It shall make him of quick understanding. Right? When we got into this truth, this knowledge, amen, it's a quick understanding, comprehension.
Discernment. Discernment going to comprehension.
Right. Let's read that again then. Isaiah 11, verse 3. And shall make him of quick understanding, discernment, comprehension, in the fear of the Lord Yahweh. And he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears, but with righteousness shall he judge the poor. Esau Edom don't judge the poor with righteousness, man. It says, and reprove with equity. Equity is fairness, right? Balance. For the meek of the earth, and shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, his men, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. Point blank period. That was Isaiah 11, verse 1 through 4. You got it, Malak.
That's it. All right, keeping it going over here in Psalms 19. This is verse 11. They are a warning to your servant. These are the words, the commandments, the laws. They are a warning to your servant. A great reward for those who obey them. So we will ultimately get a great reward. Okay? This is what we're holding on to. This is why we come out here constantly, week after week. This is why we constantly produce lessons throughout the week. We're not just weekend warriors, man. Okay?
Con.
We're constantly with it. Every single day, man. Alright? Hey, the sheep need to be fed. So let's feed them. They need it. If they're not gonna get food from us, they're gonna get it from somewhere else.
Yep.
Okay? So you gotta push it out. Verse 12. How can I know all the sins lurking in my heart? Cleanse me from these hidden faults.
Bubba Pashar.
Keep your servant from deliberate sin. Go ahead.
No, Bubba, cleanse me from those thoughts.
Con, please, yeah. Keep your servant from deliberate sins.
Right. That's why we walk in fear, because that Sirach 121 says, the fear of the Lord drives away sin, or drives away wrath, and keep you from sinning, man. You got it, Malak.
Don't let them control me. Then I will be free of guilt and innocent of great sin. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be pleasing to you. Oh, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, my rock and my redeemer.
Man.
So this is who's going to get us through, man. We trust in him to move our ways. That's what he's asking right here. Change our ways. Get us through this. Take us through this point and make us go through it the correct and the proper way. Not of our will, but of your will. Right? And ultimately, you got to wake up and reignite that every single day. That's why you wake up, you pray, and you jump into the spirit. You know? I woke up around like 8, 8:30, something like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for camp today. I'm ready. You know? Just certain things was on my spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just you're ready to go. So, you're not going to move if you don't have no fuel. You got to go put the gas in. Where is that? That's coming from the brothers.
Right.
That's coming from the lessons that are put out throughout the week.
Yeah.
You know? All right? So you got to have that fuel, man. And that's coming furthermore from you watching what's going on. You're watchman, right? So obtain a report. Go forth and learn what's going on. That's why we laughing at Trump and Bibi going back and forth. We laughing at the Straits of Hormuz being closed again. We laughing at everything. We know what's supposed to transpire, right? I can't wait, man, to get up out of here, because we gonna control the Strait of Hormuz.
That's right.
We gonna control all that. We can close that shit if we want to.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You got it, huh?
1 Kings chapter 3, verse 9. 1 Kings 3, verse 9. Give therefore your servant an understanding heart to judge thy people. Bubba Kushah, Bubba Kushah, Bubba Kushah. That I may discern between good and bad, holy and profane. For who is able to judge this thy so great people? Right? Now, jump to verse 28.
You got it.
Okay, go ahead. 1 Kings 3, verse 28. And all Israel heard of the judgment which the king had judged. And we're your kings, Jake. King, Kisha, Latino, the hopeful elect men, and Lord willing, we're part of that number that are left on planet Earth that's out here teaching his truth on the highways and the byways. We're your king, man. But that's the problem. You don't see that. You don't recognize that. But you recognize Esau as your king, your God. Pastor Pervert, Bishop Bacon, Deacon Dildo as your God, as your king. But you don't want to honor us as the true king, prophets that are left on planet Earth. Yeah. Starting with Apostle Tahar on down.
Yeah.
We're little kings. Go ahead, Malak.
Yeah. Whenever you do anything, I love how Solomon did that. You go and ask Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, man. You go and pray. All right, situations come, arise. You pray. You seek. Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah is going to add you into something where only you can get out with him. You understand? So you seek that counsel. And, man, it's over 1 million videos plus out there for you. Breakdowns on every different subject that you need. Okay? Marriage, women, food, dietary laws, every single thing, man. The elders have done it well before, I was alive. You know what I'm saying? So it's there for you. Don't reject it. Don't deny it. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has provided abundance of truth, abundance of wisdom to give you that helping hand that you need down here in this position. Right. You got it, huh?
Right. 1 Kings 3, verse 28. And all of Israel heard of the judgment which the king had judged, and they feared the king. You fear us, man. We know you do. You don't want to come up here. You don't want to talk to us. You don't want to be rebuked. You don't want to be taught. But you'll go let Pastor Pervert, Bishop Bacon lie to you though. You see, that's the difference. We're here to tell you the truth. And the truth is hard to swallow. That's why you're afraid. It says, for they saw that the wisdom of Yahweh was with him. Y'all see the wisdom on us, man. From apostle to her on down to the likewise men. You see the wisdom on us, man. And you don't want to tap in. Good, because we're only fishing for the hope for the elect anyway. Yeah. So it don't really matter any damn way. We ain't out here for everybody.
This is how brothers should act, these damn women, man. She don't want to really deal with you because she can see the wisdom on you. She know you ain't about to tolerate her bullshit.
Right.
Okay? So that's why you're getting rejected. Hey, I came into this truth and I was like, damn, am I ugly? In the world, I was doing I was doing all right. I could get one here or there, but in this truth, it's like, nah, I can't get nothing. I can't get nothing no more.
Because these women is going to ruin everything.
But
in the world, he didn't really care what the kind of women you would get because he wasn't doing his will.
So it's the countenance on us now.
Yeah.
I had to really be like, I must be ugly now. It's like I done got older, like I got my gray hair showing and shit. But it's the countenance and it's the way that we moving. And you're not tolerating the same shit that you used to tolerate.
We ain't got the patience because in this generation, Esau Edom, a so-called white man, America with a triple K, the image of the beast, pussy come with problems.
Yes.
And we ain't got time for problems, man. Pussy come with problems in this man's world. And we don't like problems. Only problem we got, if you want to call it a problem, is what we're going to talk about, what we're going to teach, when we're going to study. What's the name of our video? If that is a problem, you know what I'm saying? That's not even, we ain't got no problem. We don't like problems.
Yeah.
We already got Esau's the biggest goddamn problem in America. Yep. We don't need more problems. And America with a triple K, pussy come with problems, bro.
Yeah, we're not problematic. We're not dramatic.
Right. That's it.
We're not seeking problems. We live modest, calm lives, man.
Right.
We're not out there in drama. You out there in the streets, you gonna end up in some trouble. I can tell you from being in the world, out there chasing shit, you're gonna end up in some trouble. You get to dealing with a woman, somehow she got a dude. She never told you.
Never told you.
And that's your fault though. You should have did more research.
Exactly.
Now you in some fucking problems.
Yeah, now you so quick to hit it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of letting the Most High vex her,
yep.
Vex the situation through you so much too quick to hit it. Find out she been sleeping with this nigga, for the last couple of months. You just so happen to come through when she mad at him, and she give you something out of her emotion. This generation of women do that now. They all stressed out. They look for rod. They can't even go to sleep by themselves. These women nowadays, they gotta have a man next to them every night when they go to bed.
Yep, and that's going back. They stemming back to that whole phase that the 2/3 are in.
Right.
You done jump from chematology to Orishas to Egyptology. Now you Buddhist.
Anunnaki.
Now you Anunnaki. Yeah. Now you atheist.
Right.
Nigga, you done went to 5 different religions in 2 years. What the hell going on with you? A whole phase.
Right.
Strange women.
Right.
Destroy our people, man.
Yeah.
A whore is a deep ditch.
Yeah.
You got it?
Almost done. 1 Kings 3, verse 28. And all of Israel heard of the judgment which the king had judged. And they feared the king, for they saw that the wisdom of Yahweh was with him. Why would you fear the brother on the highways and the byways when you know the wisdom is on us? But it's a spirit the Most High put on you to fear the men with the wisdom and the discernment. It says, for they saw that the wisdom was on him, of Yahweh was in him, to do judgment.
Yeah.
But you'll go to Pastor Parver, Bishop Bacon. Pastor, I'm going through a lot, Pastor. Talk to me. You know, all these questions for Pastor, you know, then he asks you, well, you ain't gave in the last couple months. Yeah. What they got to do with my problem?
Yeah. And we not saying the fear is like boasting on it or nothing.
No.
But understanding this, during the time of Samuel, hey, when he showed up, it was business. Are you here for good? Or are you here to, you know, judge somebody?
Right.
Slice somebody up or whatever it may be. Okay? So the prophets were feared. They did not live among the congregation. Okay? They didn't live in the common areas with the people. They wasn't in the streets. You didn't know about them like that. They would show up, prophesy, do these type of things. They lived wholly separate lives, man. So when Samuel showed up, it was a certain level of fear, how we talked about with the countenance that was on him, that came with him, man. So, hey, you should fear brothers that are preaching and teaching. You should think about these things, man. And that goes, hey, for brothers dealing with other brothers, bro. I myself, I deal like, yo, this brother's another prophet. So whatever I say, you know, hey, I be careful about it. More so, because this brother's in the truth. And even dealing with people in the world, man. You know, you got to treat people with respect and dignity. All right? Yep. You know, and how much more the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, okay? Because these are the men that's moving the correct and proper way. You know, so as the scriptures say, you deal with other brothers like you're dealing with Yahweh Shai. And that right there fix all, you know, situations and things of that nature. You got it up.
Shalom to the brother on the comment board. Yahweh Shabrakatah, Barakathum, you on your household. On my phone, I got King Rayah, GMS Drive for Masters 144. Scrum be edified. Shalom, Malakim, Yahweh Shem Yashab Barakatah, Barakathum, you on your household. I got one more. Hosea chapter 14, verse 9. Who is wise? And he shall understand these things. Prudent, and he shall know them. For the ways of the Lord Yahweh are right, pure. What did it say? Perfect. It says, and the just shall live, and the just shall walk in them. See, this is how we live. We walk in this knowledge, this truth, this understanding, this wisdom. 24 hours a day. Aren't you alive 24 hours a day? So we live in this truth. We walk in this truth. Right? It says, and the just shall walk in them, but the transgressors shall fall therein. Point blank, period. You got it a lot. That was Hosea 14, verse 9.
God, this is Psalm 7 and 8, going down to 17. Yahweh judges the nations, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah.
To his men, go ahead, Malak.
Declare me righteous, O Yahweh.
Right.
For I am innocent, O Most High.
Right, because he's judging the nations. He's doing what the Most High telling us to do. We're doing the good works. Dying daily to our flesh, obeying the Most High, walking in fear of the Most High, loving thy precepts, adoring them. I think Mashiach brought it out yesterday. He says in the Apocrypha, I haven't looked it up yet, but it says we devour wisdom. We eat it up. You're supposed to devour it.
That's
Discernment.
Hey man, that's how a woman is supposed to be towards her husband. You're supposed to love that man. That's your Lord. Okay? You know, you're supposed to, hey, we come in, hey, like you miss him. Right? What does the scripture say? The heart goeth fonder through distance, distance grows the heart fonder. So we've been away from this thing however long we was in the world. Now we're coming back. We're seeking it 10 times more. We're seeking it heavy. So you're constantly in this thing. You're not treating it like a hobby or a pastime. All right? You're back finally with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. So you're constantly falling deeper in love. So you should be reading, studying, and growing, man. And seeking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Devouring this truth.
Yeah, I found it, Malak.
Now bring it out.
Second Esdras 8. Malak, I got a piece of our Apocrypha right here. A piece of it. Second Esdras 8. The book of Second Esdras in the Apocrypha, chapter 8, verse 4. So answered I and said, swallow them down, O my soul. The precepts, the fear of the Lord, the understanding, the ordinances, the instructions, right? Swallow them down, O my soul, understanding, and devour wisdom. Like a cookie monster. Devour wisdom.
So that fear, you grow in fear. Like I said earlier, we terrified.
Right.
So we're growing in fear, man. Therefore, we grow in wisdom. Therefore, the way that we handle things is with a cautious attitude. Woo. We're not just gonna lash out. Brother say something or something come your way, I'm gonna examine it. Going back to those different perspectives. Looking at it, oh, he's coming from this way, it's coming, oh, he's confused. Or he don't know the full story. Okay, this is how we handle things. I'm not about to just lash out. Hey man, who the fuck you talking to? Like, nah, we're gonna chill out. We're not in the world no more, bro. Okay? You don't solve everything with your fists. Okay? You talk things out. You figure it out. You use the spirit. You filtrate your life with the scriptures, man. All right, so back to it. This is Psalm 7 and 9. In the evil of those who are wicked. Ultimately, man, you jumping back, you looking at everything like, man, Esau is the reason why we broke a lot of the times. Because these bills, these things, these taxes, you know. I can't get mad at my fellow Israelite because I'm oppressed. No, I can't. It ain't this brother ain't give me taxes. This brother ain't give me water bill, electricity bill, none of that. You know, Jake be out here killing one another, and Esau is the one he's giving you the guns. He's putting you in these poverty-stricken communities. He's putting the witchcraft on you. He's putting all these spells on you, but you mad at Jake. You going forth and fighting and killing Jake, somebody that looks just like you. You understand? That's when I was watching like a little gang documentary, and they said, yeah, we riding the block looking for somebody that look like us. They ain't looking for the nerd with the glasses and, you know, with the suit. They're not gonna shoot him. They gonna shoot the brother with the J's on, the jersey, and he got the bandana or whatever. Or he might even have a bandana. He just got the wrong color on. Jake is looking for somebody that looks like them. That's how they identify, right? And that's crazy. But that's what's going on these days, man. So in the evil of those who are wicked, meaning the heathens and the 2/3 of our people. Because you are also known as the wicked. Because you are the wicked of our nation. And defend the righteous. You do right, you're going to be defended. As he told Cain, you do good for your brother, bro, it's all going to be good. You do wrong, sin's going to lie up at the door, and it's going to overtake you. Loosely quoted. That's Genesis 4. So this is what happened to Jake, man. The sin overtook us. We began to worship all these false idols, all these false gods. All right, the same way that we're doing now. Going forth and worship all these false idols, false gods, get messed up, get took down. And defend the righteous, for you look deep within the mind and heart, O righteous power, judging the inward. Yahweh is my shield, saving those whose hearts are true and right. Yahweh is an honest judge. He is angry with the wicked every day. He has not forgotten. All they are set up in a high place and they build up. What did he say? He's going to throw down. Right. So although they build these skyscrapers, they build like that damn eye in Las Vegas, that little dome shit. They can build these things and use these high-level spells, this witchcraft that they're coming with. They got the Project Blue Green. They got, you know, all these different type of things. They got nuclear weapons. And yeah, he's allowed them to grow and preserve them for a destruction, man, that's coming soon. We got to hold on to the blueprint. Okay, well, this house, this room is supposed to be built up. The steps supposed to be put here. Boom, boom, boom. The roof supposed to be put here. All right. Oh, but at the end, when the house is built up, it's all going to come crashing down. We have the blueprint for that. We can see into the future. You know? I'm watching this show on Amazon Prime. It's called From. And it's kind of dope, you know, if you ever seen it. But in the 4th season, it's this girl, and she's known as a story walker. She's walking from different parts of the story that's happening, and that's what we are. We're able to look at these prophecies and go to this part of the story. That's what Yahweh was doing with the prophets the whole time. He was taking Jeremiah to show him the roof's crash. He took Ezra and showed him this. He took, Ezekiel and showed him the hole in the wall. So the prophets are the story walkers.
Right.
We can see the past, present, and future via these scriptures, man. And we know this is going to happen because the Most High ordained for it to happen. So we the story walkers, man.
Right.
That's another lesson title. I got to remember that one. We the story walkers, bro. What more, how valuable is that? To know what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, having the answers to the test.
Yes. Do you understand how powerful we are at this point in time? That's a spiritual power, man.
Yeah, bro. Having the answers to the test.
Damn.
Let me back you up real quick before we jump in.
Yup.
1 Corinthians, and where was I? Oh, right here. 1 Corinthians chapter 2. Woo! Man, I'm going to start with real quick. 1 Corinthians 2, start at verse 12. Well, point in verse 14. 1 Corinthians 2, start at verse 12. Now, we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of Yahweh. Point blank, period. That we might know, believe the things that are freely given to us. Wisdom, understanding, knowledge, right? The fear of the Lord. Which things also we speak week in and week out. Not in the words which man's wisdom teaches, absolutely not. But which the Holy Spirit teaches.
Yeah.
Comparing spiritual things with spiritual. Verse 14, 1 Corinthians 2. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of Yahweh. That's you, Jake. Jake, Kisha, Latino, Gentile, Israelite, foreigner. Neither can he know them. Why? Because they are spiritually discerned. Verse 15. But he that is spiritual judges all things. And we are. Yet he himself is judge of no man. How can you judge me? You don't know the book. How can you judge me? You don't know the name. How can you judge me? You got swine's flesh in your teeth and iodine in your blood.
Judging with an incorrect standard. Look at this dummy, man. What the hell? Your light was red, buddy. We almost seen a judgment happen right there.
Bro, it's demons out.
Oh, man, you got it.
1 Corinthians 2, verse 15. But he that is spiritual judges all things, yet he himself is judge of no man. For he who has known the mind of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, his hopeful elect men, and Lord willing part of the number, we know the mind of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua because we read it.
That's why it's pointless to have debates.
Right.
I saw this thing, Captain Cesario. It said 1 Hebrew Israelite versus 10 Christians. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Come on, man. Like, you're sitting down with individuals that don't have the proper standard. You understand? And furthermore, that displays that you don't have the proper standard. Because you're sitting down and thinking that y'all can come. Amos 3:3 cuts that automatically. Can two walk together unless they be agreed upon?
Right.
So why is you even sitting in a room with them? I'll tell you why. It's for money.
Right.
Because he getting paid for those debates.
Right.
All right, all you individuals, the Hakas, the Hassas, the Alazars, the Tazaryaks, it's for money.
Right.
That's your flesh. You got it?
Yep, filthy lucre's sake. 1 Corinthians 2, verse 16. For who has known the mind of the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, is in men, because we read. You want to know the mind of the Most High? His name is Yahweh. His son is Yahushua. Not Jesus, not Yeshua, not Yahuwah, not Ahiah, not Ashiah. And he's a melanated man with a beard, an afro, and an attitude. And you better get right, Jake. Jake Eve, Keisha, Latino, backslider before these missiles fly.
And it's like, Jake don't care. We tell you that God is black, so-called, and the sun is black, and Jake don't bat an eye. They don't care.
Nope.
That don't matter to me. Like, come on, man.
Right.
This right here is gold that you found, as we said earlier in that Psalms 19. Okay? Or that's sweeter than honey.
Yep. Yep.
This is it, buddy. It does not expire.
Yep. I think it was King David said, oh, how I love thy precepts.
Yes.
Oh, love I thy precepts. We're addicted to this truth.
If you ain't getting happy to hear this word, you just not in the house of David, man.
Point blank.
Take your ass over there.
Yep,
You got it.
Last but not least, 1 Corinthians 2, verse 16. For he For who has known the mind of the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, that he may instruct him? We know the mind of the Most High Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, so that he may instruct us through his precepts, through his discernment. It says, but we have the mind of a Mashiach, point blank, period. Yahushua said, let this mind be in you. That was also the Mashiach. No, Paul said that. Yahushua said, we are from above, I am from above, you are from beneath. But Yahushua said something about the mind too. Talak, it'll come back to me in a minute. I lost my thought. Go ahead, Malak.
But hey, to support that, he made us friends in John the 15th chapter.
Right, right.
So therefore, a friend relates. You know, like, hey, we talk after camp. We talk about our lives and things of that nature. We relate to one another, things of that nature, so a brother can know, you know, what's going on. We're friends, all right? You know, so we know the intricate, you know, the intimate things. Going back to that blueprint, because we are friends with Yahushua, just how Abraham was a friend to Yahweh. All right, so we know far more than an average. All right, well, these individuals don't know anything. As you read earlier, the wisdom of men, that's pointless.
Right.
Okay, these colleges, these degrees and stuff. Hey, there's nothing wrong if you got a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and all of that. But we talking about these seminar schools where they're teaching you the Bible, they're teaching you all that incorrect. And then we got to come forth and unscramble the doctrine that you have been given. That's a headache. I got to reteach, you know? Come on, man. Nah, that's why I'm dodging Hebrew head wrap girls, man. No, hell no. Don't come over here with that.
Hell yeah.
Because you coming with a wicked-ass doctrine that IUIC or ISUPK done taught you, whatever. That's why the elders put it out, man. Beware of these camp-hopping females. Okay? So I'm going to keep going over here. Now, what's our time?
Good question. You tell me.
We at 1:45.
Okay, we almost
keep
done.
it going.
Yep.
You know, about 20 more minutes. This is Psalm 7. Keep it going. Verse 10. Yahweh is my shield, saving those whose hearts are true and right. Yahweh is an honest judge. He is angry with the wicked every day.
Yep.
If a person does not repent, power will sharpen his sword. He will bend and string his bow. He will prepare his deadly weapons and shoot his flaming arrows. He gives you mercy, but ultimately, those doors of mercy are going to close. We're seeing individuals getting judged in real time. Going back to the latest, you know, put out on the news to rile Jake up is that 1-year-old getting popped.
Right.
Okay? And you got to be like, well, he's one. He couldn't even talk. How could, well, his past life. Ultimately, his past life. Okay? He had to get right in his past life.
Yep.
But that be you individuals that don't. You die and you never got right. You died with a haughty type spirit on you. So the Most High was like, all right, I got you. Do you know he gonna bring you back again to give you what you desired, man. All right? What he desired for you. You know? Because you thought that you was all big and bad. He gonna show you big and bad. You don't want to get into a shoving war with Yahweh, man.
Nope.
You about crazy.
The
box with God. God, you're Most High, yeah? Verse 13, he will prepare his deadly weapons and shoot his flaming arrows. As the brother brought out earlier, Esau being that weapon. All right, Psalm 17 and 13. So he's using Esau to come down on your head. This is why ICE has a budget of what, 60 billion, I believe, something up there in that number. So they're getting ready. They're sharpening their weapons and they're coming down. And they're going to be torturing a lot of 2/3. The Most High is going to sustain and prevent us from going into a lot of these different tortures, stuff of that nature. But Jake that's out here playing and bullshit, they're going to be took out the way.
Yeah.
Keeping it going. Verse 14. The wicked conceive evil. They are pregnant with trouble. Damn. I like this NLT. They are pregnant with trouble.
That means trouble follows them.
Yeah.
We gotta get trouble for sure.
The wicked conceive evil. This is verse 14, Psalm 7. They are pregnant with trouble.
Damn.
And give birth to lies. You sitting back plotting and scheming. That's an Edomite trait. Okay? So you aligned with this white man and you took it on his ways. Now you plot and scheme evil. And Jake is wise to do evil. So when you begin to do evil, you take it to another height, man. You take flight with it. That's why Jake is the face of homosexuality right now. All right? Pregnant with trouble. And give birth to lies.
Oh, shit.
They dig a deep pit to trap others, then fall into it themselves.
Right. Now, we know we was always talking about Esau.
Yeah.
Two third-rate Negroes, y'all fit right in with that, too. You prosperity gospel lovers, you cheese and rice lovers, Cesare Borgia lovers, America with a Triple K lovers, voters, holiday celebrators, swine flesh eaters, adulterers, heroin lace, marijuana smokers.
Yep.
You know, you fall right into this category. You're pregnant with trouble, and you birth lies. Damn.
God. They dig a deep ditch. It's like they dig a deep pit to trap others, then fall into it themselves.
Yeah, how much more now? It's data center gonna come back and bite you, Esau. These chemtrails gonna come back and bite you.
Oh yeah.
The missiles gonna come back and bite you.
The AI.
The AI gonna come back and bite
you. How you paint it always turning on you. It's gonna turn on you.
Damn right.
Trust and believe that.
Damn right.
The trouble they make for others backfires on them. Haman, okay? You built that weapon and it got used on you and your family. So these ISIS, like your brother said, you built these weapons, you going into these bunkers when Yahweh's gonna have weapons hit your bunkers and things of that nature, maybe bunker busters and things, and it's gonna come in there and it's gonna turn your refuge into a burning oven, man. He's gonna melt you. He's gonna burn you up in those caves. And for those of you that do survive, guess what? The ones that you've been beating on, knocking up, knocking down, we're gonna be what? Redeemed, brought to salvation and given powers. And we coming up, busting doors open, man. The understanding the strength that we're gonna have. Well, you got these doors which can withstand nuclear warfare, but they're not gonna be able to withstand one Israelite man.
Right.
So we're gonna be stronger than a nuclear bomb.
Right.
Start to comprehend that and fathom. And this is why they stand in terror. This is why they're in much fear. This is why the keepers of the house do tremble. All right? They're terrified because they know what we shall become. All right? The trouble they make for others backfires on them. The violence they plan falls on their own heads. Last precept. I will thank Yahweh because he is just. I will sing praise to the name of Yahweh, the Most High. Right? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. So ultimately, that's what we do. That's what's going to get us through. That's what's going to take care of us. You know? And it took a lot of discernment. Think about when we was babies coming into this thing. I had to discern. It's a lot of camps out there. Which really, the Lord only brought me to Great Millstone. But for other brothers, it's not such. And then still, I had to discern if these was the true men of Yahweh. So the things that they would say, I would take it, study it, look it up. Oh, damn, Los Lunas, New Mexico stone. This is crazy. The Hebrew right here. All right, the Moabite stone. I'm looking at it. I'm examining it. And I'm taking it back to the alphabet. Oh, this is right. All right. Oh, I'm looking into the Khazarians. I'm studying, learning all this stuff that the elders is talking about. And I'm like, yo, these are the men. These is the men. Point blank period. These names is right. The stuff they talk about is right. These are the men. You know? And that's it. Through much discernment. And then as we grow, our discernment grows and we begin to judge better, more correct, not in a haste fashion, but as men of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, how we supposed to be. So this whole thing that we're in right now, if you ever ask yourself why, it's because it's a punishment, and it's also to refine us and build us up to be kings and priests, which is no higher position than that. All right, the priest, that's connected to Yahweh. You know, and then we also get a position to be a king, having dominion over subjects, over servants. You know, so Yahweh we make it, bro. You got it.
Proverbs chapter 2 from the top. I'm gonna go to verse 11. Proverbs 2 from the top. My son, if you will receive my words, if you will receive my words, and hide my commandment with thee. Be pregnant with the commandments, not pregnant with trouble. Be pregnant with the commandments, wisdom, ordinances, laws, precepts, right? Proverbs 2, verse 2. So that you incline your ear unto wisdom. We incline our ear unto wisdom. Wisdom is Yahweh Shai, the Holy Spirit, right?
Yep.
And apply your heart to know understanding, comprehension, discernment of the scriptures, of the precepts, of the law, of the ordinances, of the Holy Spirit. Proverbs 2, verse 3. Yea, if you cry after knowledge, and we do, and lifted up your voice for understanding, and we do, if you seek after her as silver, and we do, and search for her as for hid treasures, and we do. You just said how you kept searching and studying, looking up things, right? Verse 5, Proverbs 2. Then shall you understand, comprehend, discern the fear of the Lord Yahweh, and keep coming back to the fear of the Lord.
Yes.
Point blank, period.
Yes.
And find knowledge of Yahweh. How do you find knowledge of Yahweh? By reading it. Verse 6, Proverbs 2. For the Lord Yahweh giveth wisdom. James 1. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh. You give it liberally. He'll give you as much wisdom as you want. And he won't upbraid you. He won't talk about you. Look at this idiot. You want to know how to, no. He won't upbraid you. And if you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh. He will give it to you liberally.
Yeah.
Proverbs 2, verse 6. For the Lord Yahweh giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge. We're reading out of his mouth right here. And understanding. 7th verse. He layeth up sound wisdom. Sound is
it's solid.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go. That's a good word. For he layeth up sound, solid wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly, a support, a helper, a paraclete, a parachute, right? Verse 6, he keepeth, verse 8, Slakia, Proverbs 2, verse 8, he keepeth the path of judgment. Woo, man. And we are in that path of judgment now in America, man. But he keeps the path of judgment. And preserve the way of his saints. So he keepeth the path of judgment, nuclear missile fire, right? However, he preserved the way of his saints out of the judgment that he keepeth the way of. Because we fear the Most High. We read Sirach 121, he that fear the Most High,
I get you again.
Sirach 1 verse 21 again. This is the hottest precept in the last couple of days, bro. Check this out. Sirach or Ecclesiasticus chapter 1 verse 21.
This is Sirach 1 verse 21. The fear of Yahweh driveth away sins.
The fear of Yahweh driveth away sins. Why do you think we do videos? Videos a day keep the demons away.
Yes, sir.
A video a day keep the demons away. Read that again, Malak.
The fear of Yahweh driveth away sins.
Right.
And where it is present, it turneth away wrath.
Right. The wrath, which is judgment. And we just read that in Proverbs 2, verse 8, that he keepeth the way of judgment. So we don't want to be in that path of judgment. So therefore we fear the Most High. So we now become exonerated or excluded from the judgment, from his wrath.
That mark. That's the walk.
That's the walk.
Yeah.
Proverbs 2, verse 9. Then shall you understand righteousness. And we understand it now. We have to learn wickedness in order to appreciate righteousness. Then shall you understand righteousness. And judgment. We understand judgment now. Judgment is clean, it's pure. Psalm 19, if you would have kept going down. The Most High's judgment is clean, it's pure, it's needed, it's required. Concrete must be melted waste must be burned up. Plastic must be burned up. Judgment is needed. It's required. It says, you shall understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path. Verse 10, when wisdom entereth into thy heart and knowledge is pleasing to thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee. Point blank, period.
Discretion goes to discernment.
Understanding shall keep thee. Man, drop the mic.
Yes.
Point blank, period.
And
You got it, Malak.
what's that, Sirach 26, around maybe 13, 14. It's, I'm going to get it. It's
Okay.
nothing better than a silent and loving woman. Loosely quoted.
God,
I want to get it, though.
Yep. And that GNT is hot, too. Let me see if I can get that.
Yeah, bring it out.
Tell me where it's at.
This is Sirach 26 and 14.
Okay.
A silent and loving woman is a gift of Yahweh, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. So, as the brother said, discretion. Okay? We, once again, being women too, Yahweh wa Yahweh Shah, we have to apply that discretion, being silent and loving women. We love him. We're not complaining. We are mind well instructed. Instructed from what? The instructions that he has given us, the laws, commandments, and statutes, the proper ways to break this thing out, man. The proper ways to live. Okay? So we pass that down to our families. All right? Being the heads of our households. Okay? So your woman, your kids, etc., etc. You know, this is necessary. All right? So you move with discretion. Like I said, with being pulled over. All right? I adjust my spirit to discern between the cop's feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he could be having a bad day and be wanting to fucking nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta discern. You gotta be able to read the room. Elder Hawad said that last camp, man. You know, read the room, man. Observe. Feel. You can feel certain energy. And you can see, man, when scoffers come up, like when them damn goofies came up on your side the other day. Yeah, I already discerned them. They was on bullshit. He came up, Jesus, assalamu alaikum. Like, so we already discerned that these dudes was on bullshit. You know, we're reading them. A man's countenance is red. You can tell a lot by a man's countenance. I can tell by looking at LeBron, the way that he moved, that nigga gay. He got some sweetness, he got some sugar in his tank. Regardless if you believe it or not, look at how he acts. Look at his mannerisms, man. Right. Look at how he moves his hands.
He's been humble.
He's been humble. Yes. King, look at your king.
Right. You can tell a man.
Look at your king.
Scripture say you tell a man by his excessive laughter and his gait.
Yes.
You know, so if a man laughs like a man, but he walked with a little sweetness to him, then he's been humble. Or he may walk like a tough guy, but he laughed.
Yeah, man.
He's been humble.
He's been humble, man. You know? So we can tell a lot by a man's countenance. All right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot to read the face and read how they moving and things of that nature. And that goes all into discernment. You got some more?
Yeah, that's Sirach 26:14 and a GNT.
Yeah.
Sirach 26 and 14 is a GNTD. A wife who doesn't talk too much is a gift from the Lord Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua. Such restraint is admirable beyond words.
Yeah. I saw a study on Instagram. You know how we be looking at those, we talking about part-time, those swipies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw one that said most men's stress is caused from their women complaining.
Yes.
Like 90%.
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, damn, that's true though.
Yes.
So a silent and loving woman, or a woman that doesn't talk too much, you know, that's gonna what? That's gonna lower your blood pressure. Going back to the top of that chapter, a virtuous wife, right? She doubles the years of her men.
Yeah.
So that and it shows some characteristics: being silent and loving, not talking too much, having discretion, being able to discern. All right. If you know your man as a woman, you should be able to discern his mood. You know, oh, babe kind of mad right now. You know, I'm gonna give him some time, give him some space, or give him a back rub or whatever. You should know your man. You are his possession. So you need to learn how to better support him, being that help meet. This is your job. And by doing that, it's pleasing to the Most High. It's pleasing to Yahweh Shah. By you taking care the best way that you can, in any way that you can, this profit. For this man of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, man. Alright? But you women out here, y'all be so fast to quit. Like these goofies and Scotties, we taking a break. Y'all so fast to give up and quit. Alright? Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is looking for a contrite spirit, a meek and humble individual. That in his mistakes and his flaws, when the flesh gets to you, you hey, my bad, I'm sorry, my bad, I repent. Let me try better, let me do better. Let me correct my ways and come back the proper way, in the correct way. Don't let me give up and quit. That's bitch shit, man. Especially you over a congregation, man. This showing that your heart was never in it. Your heart was never in it. And the Most High knew that the whole time. He just strung you along to sift individuals by bringing them into your presence. You were used as a sifting agent, man.
Right? If us hopeful elect men must humble ourselves to the Most High, how much more you hopeful elect ladies?
Yeah.
Shit. You got it, bro.
God, this is Malachi 3, 16 and 18. Then those who feared, we're talking about it all day. Right. We're going to talk about it all day tomorrow. Right. We're going to talk about it all Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all day. Every single day. We're going to talk about that fear, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Because this is the base. This is the origin of wisdom. Wisdom is the origin. All right? Those who feared Yahweh spoke with each other, and the Lord listened to what they said in his presence. A scroll of remembrance was written to record the names of those who feared him and always thought about the honor of his name. And this thing is beautiful, man. Okay, where in the world you felt like something was missing. You come to this truth and you realize what it was. And then you begin to connect with brothers on that same level. Man, shalom to my brothers out there in the Atlanta camp. My brother Shabai, my brother Nashar, been dealing with those brothers for years. And I really deal with those brothers. Like you find brothers that you mess with, more than others. Not to say a respectable person or nothing, but you have more in common. You may have grew up in the same region, because I'm from the South, so I connect with, we came up in a similar fashion. Same as the brother Yawasop, So the Lord brings you to your truth and lead the world behind roads, to your friends, and you're gonna connect with certain brothers, and it's gonna be a beautiful thing to go out and preach with them. So this is where you supposed. This is your brothers, man. It's a family reunion. It's all smiles, all right? We all have that same fervent hate for Esau and that same fervent love for Yahweh Bashem and Yahweh Shah. So it's necessary for you to be in this thing. That's why we speak amongst each other. You talk on the phone. You get group chats and all that. You share articles. Well, you be sharing hella articles, right? I'm like, it's never a time where I cannot do a lesson, because this brother sharing shit. But it's there, the brotherhood is there. Because you got the watchmen and they bringing back the report. All right, verse 17. They will be my people, says Yahweh of heaven's armies. On the day when I act in judgment, they will be my own special treasure. We're precious in his eyes. We're a treasure to the Lord. We're a treasure to somebody that's perfect. Wow. He's perfect. He has everything that he wants, but he still wants us.
Right.
We're a treasure to him, man. Do you know how special we are to him? Yahweh is how we be of those men, that number. But he's putting you in a position, even the nation in general. We're his chosen nation. He loves us above every other thing that he created. What? I will spare them as a father spares an obedient child. So as you said, the Torah, that exemption, excluded. It's like we had a court case and the verdict is not guilty. But it's really not guilty, because we guilty, but we had some lenience. The judge was like, all right, I know what happened, and you know, it's not really murder, but it's like manslaughter or self-defense, you know? So I'm gonna let you off. Because he could have put us in jail. He could have killed us. You understand? According to the law, we're supposed to die. But he gave us that mercy. So we are at a court case and we are getting sentenced. And he's giving us that exemption to not get sentenced with the rest of our nation, filling them ICBM missiles. And you should be thankful for that.
You can see, Most High, Yahweh looks at us through the eyes of Yahushua. So when Yahweh looks at us, he sees Yahushua, which is a mediator.
Yeah, the mediator.
He's in between us and the Most High. So when the Most High looks at us, or looks at us, he sees Yahushua. Yeah. And let me back to that real quick. Hebrews 5, from verse 1 and 2, real quick. Hebrews 5, verse 1. For every high priest taken from among men is ordained for men in things pertaining to Yahweh, that he may offer both gifts and sacrifices for sin. And Yahushua being a mediator, our lawyer, our pacifier, our defense attorney, right, says, who can have compassion on the ignorant and on them that are out of the way, for that he himself also is compassed with infirmities, man. Yeah. So Yahushua understood what we're going through. Right. That's my whole point. So Yahweh sees us through Yahushua. Yeah. That's why we give Yahushua praise and honor and glory, bro. Yeah. Without him, Yahushua was a filthy rag. Put him to death.
That's figuratively and literally. Because it's a scripture that says the Most High can't even lay his eyes upon sin.
Right. Exactly. That's why Yahushua had to go through this life in order to satisfy his Father's wrath. Verse 3, Hebrews 5. And by reason hereof, he ought, as for the people, so also for himself, to offer sins. You see? So, yeah. So, like we're in court, Yahweh's the judge. Yahushua is the
mediator, lawyer.
Yeah, like the defense attorney for us, right?
And he has been brought to a position of being a judge,
right?
You know, after his lot was fulfilled, for him to go through what he had to do,
right?
You know, so for you individuals,
Esau is
the accuser.
Yeah,
he's the prosecutor.
That's the word.
That whole ass nigga.
Yeah, he's a prosecutor. Esau's the prosecutor.
So yeah, you made me forget my train of thought.
Right. Read it again. Go back.
I had something to add to that. Yahushua's the judge now.
Yahweh's the judge. Yahushua is the defense attorney. The Most High sees us through Yahushua's eyes. Yahushua the mediator.
Okay, to add to that, Yahushua has been brought up to a position of being a judge. Right. Matthew 28:19,
right.
18. Yeah. So, but still, the court is the same. It's the same type of justice. Right. Because Yahweh Shai is what? The image of the invisible power. Right. So that means he's going to have the same likeness in the same ways that Yahweh has. Right. So understand that nothing going to change. So that my point was, because it's jumping into what Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you individuals talking about you don't have to worship Yahweh Shai, you're foolish. This is your judge. Okay? He's laying it down ultimately too, like the Father is. All right? You are married to Yahweh Shai and Yahweh. You understand that? So you got to worship both of them, not just one of them.
Let me back to what you said. The Yahweh Shai is a judge, right? Acts 5, verse 30 and 31. To the power of our fathers raised up Yahweh Shai, who ye slew and hung on a tree. You slew and hung Yahweh Shai on a tree. Jake E., prosperity gospel lover. Yeah. You did that.
They say crucify him. Hey, the blood be on our hands and our children's. Okay. And
that was our people.
It is.
You Israelites.
To this day. To my Dante Wild. To this day.
To this day.
Shoot.
Acts 5, verse 31. Him has Yahweh, talking about Yahweh Shai, him has Yahweh exalted with his right hand to be a prince and savior, for to give repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. So Yahweh Shai is a prince, a judge, a king, a ruler. And he said, I made him king and rulers in the New Testament. Words are written. Yahweh Shai. I'll find it later, but go ahead.
It's been the same since the beginning. Understanding this, because who was Melchizedek? Yahushua.
That's right.
He was the king of Salem.
King of Salem.
And he was a priest. So nothing's new. Yeah, Malachas Adopt. Nothing new under the sun, man.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
So, hey, man, he tell the end from the beginning. Okay? Everything is in Genesis that's happening right now, man. Genesis 49th chapter. Okay? All these type of things. Us being in the world, but us being in the world, having a Gentile state of mind, but being brought up out of our Father's house, Torah, all right, to come into this truth. That's the same way. We're just like Abraham. Okay? So he shows you how it would be in the end at the beginning. This is poetry, man. This is a beautiful thing that greatest story ever told. All right? Finishing this one up. Verse 17, they will be my people, says Yahweh of heaven's armies. On the day when I act in, and this is in an NLT if it sounds weird. On the day when I act in judgment, they will be my own special treasure. He's going to protect that treasure in that day of judgment. Okay? It's like, the Father, Yahweh, coming back, and they're coming to take down a kingdom that has stolen their treasure. So now they coming to destroy that kingdom, but they're going to pull that treasure up out of there. Right? And then burn everything else to the ground. This is what's going to take place. I will spare them as a father spares an obedient child. Then you will again see the difference between the righteous and the wicked, between those who serve Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua and those who do not. So discernment is necessary. We are here once again to what? To judge. Is it judge not other? Don't judge other. As you read earlier, you can't judge a spiritual man, man. He's not judging all things because he's coming with the correct and proper standard. If we wasn't supposed to judge, it wouldn't be a book entitled Judges where you had judges to judge. Solomon judged. Remember the ladies and the baby? And he said, I'm going to cut the baby in half.
Oh, yeah,
That was a beautiful story.
Yeah.
So it's in our nature, it's in our DNA to judge, man. Okay? That's what we're supposed to be, a nation of priests, a nation of judges, a nation of kings. So, hey, we're back into that. We're remembering who we are. And it's beautiful, man. Hey, that's all I got.
Oh, I got to close.
Kind of bring it up.
Psalms 119, verse 65 and 66. Psalms 119, verse 65 and 66. You have dealt well with thy servant, O Yahweh, according to thy word. 66 verse. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments.
Yeah.
Point blank period.
Yeah. So to be able to properly judge, you have to be taught. Teach me that, right?
Yeah.
So we have to know the laws, commandments, and statutes. You got to know the proper standard. You don't just get that standard overnight. You got to go through that government. You got to go through the men that already learned the standard. Therefore, they teach it to you. These things are passed down. All right? This is why they're called spiritual parents. All right? So they teach you obedience. And if an individual is showing that he's disobedient, he never learned from the spiritual parents, or he left the spiritual parents, which would have kept him in the right way, in the correct and proper way. You know what I'm saying? So if an individual's judgment is off, his discernment is off, you need to go back to the basics, man. Right? That's why you got these guys stumbling on milk. You know? Hey, so hey, with that being said, hope this has been a edifying street preaching. We're gonna turn to the east, giving all praises, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakudash, Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahweh Shai,
Rakata Yahweh Shai,
Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahweh Shai,
Rakata Yahweh Shai,
Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahweh
Rakata
Shai,
Yahweh Shai,
Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahweh,
Rakata Yahweh Shai.
Rakata Yahweh Shai.
4 times for mercy, man. All right? Hey, giving double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, as always. Shalom, shalom. To the Lord's hopeful elect. Till next time, man, keep the faith. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom on the Papa Ball, DTA.
Papa Ball.
Shalom on the comment board. Yabasha Rakatam, you and your household.
Kwam Yashala.
Let me close out. Let me get in the shade so I can see, so I can close this out.